Good morning, Titans. It's Friday, November 11th, and you're watching Cen10 News on the Titan TV channel. I'm Reggie Abouid.
And I'm Laith Aziz. Although this topic isn't discussed heavily, it is still a problem that occurs within the U.S.
The national teen pregnancy rate is at an all-time low, but that doesn't mean that teens aren't getting pregnant.
Our reporters, Emma Bittner and Muthavira Marai Malay, met up with a former Centennial student who shares her story and gives some advice.
Just because we can't see the change around us doesn't mean it's not happening.
Teen pregnancy is currently at a national low, though FISD students still face this bump in the road.
How we overcome these hardships as well as move forward in our education are questions that often arise when discussing teen pregnancy.
A previous Centennial student shares advice on her journey through teen pregnancy and how her education is currently.
Well, this is Caden Jackson Delatorre. He is 3 months old.
Oh, yeah. Delatorre explains how her dreams have been put on hold.
Well, it sure has slowered the process because now you got to spend money on diapers and not on your education.
How has your pregnancy affected your relationship with your friends?
Well, of course, that's when you realize who your real friends are when you get pregnant. Your real friends will stay by you, and I had plenty of friends, and now I got 3.
Many teen-parent relationships don't last. Delatorre tells about her own.
The father, we were okay, and then things kind of just went downhill, and that's the other advice. Always be prepared to be on your own.
The SOC offers programs that assisted in Delatorre's graduation.
Well, there's a group called PEP. There's 2 teachers there. There's one teacher named Miss Boffman. She's the one who would keep up with your doctor's appointments, kind of help you out, inform you about different programs.
Even though she's had a few hiccups along the way, she still continues to pursue her dream.
What I'm really wanting to be is a vet, but for right now, I'm going to be going into a program that's online where I could get my vet assistant certificate so that it's like a stepping stone.
As Delatorre has overcome so many hardships, she gives advice to girls in her situation.
My only advice is just wait. And if it does happen, try, of course, the first thing that's going to go through your mind is, what am I going to do now? You go through the options, are you going to keep them? Are you going to give them to some family? And just making a plan of what I'm going to do, so that we're not a big hot mess.
Reporting for Cen10 News, this has been Emma Bittner
and Muthavira Marai Malay.
Many schools in Frisco ISD have an advisory period, a time where students can work on homework and discuss topics such as bullying.
But is it successful? Rachel May investigates this topic in more detail.
Hey Titans, as some of you may know, some of the other campuses around Frisco ISD have begun cutting time out of their class periods to create an advisory period where students can catch up on their studies or go to extra tutorial time. I talked to our administration to find out more about this.
We have sister campuses in Frisco ISD, or campuses that we share students and share classes. So Liberty High School is a sister campus of ours. So that was a decision that was made between Mr. Spain and the Liberty High School principal in years past. I think the advantage is that students are repeatedly taken out of class for pep rallies, for Titan time meetings, for meetings with Jostens about ordering class rings and cap and gowns, to watch Titan TV. There are a myriad of reasons that we interrupt class time to do things that are very important to our culture and very important to the building, but it still interrupts that class time. And it's unpredictable throughout the whole year. So if there was an advisory period, it's much more predictable for teachers, and the actual time in the classroom is much more protected for teachers. The disadvantage of an advisory period is that it does take away from classroom time. 5 minutes does not seem like much, but when you add 5 minutes up every single day over an entire school year, it is multiple classes that's actually taken away from teachers. That's a lot of teaching and learning time that is taken away. An advisory period is certainly something that we are still exploring at Centennial High School. Some of our leadership on campus, our instructional coaches, our department chairs, and our assistant principals are going to the other campuses that do have an advisory period to see how they went about that decision, what lessons they've learned since they've implemented it. It is certainly not something we've shut the door to. We would consider it and are exploring it. That doesn't mean we're going to do it.
Reporting for Cen10 News, this has been Rachel May.
In preparation for the upcoming basketball season, Centennial got a new coach.
Let's go to Micah Creighton for more info.
With basketball starting up, the girls' varsity team is getting ready for a brand new season with a brand new coach. Matthew Butler, the new girls' head coach, came from Wiley High School, and we got to know him a little better and what his plans are for the season.
I've received a lot of nice awards. I was District Coach of the Year, I guess a total of 4 different times. And I've been, I was All East Texas Coach of the Year in 2008 when we went to the state championship. And I received, when I was in Austin, I got Coach of the Year for the Round Rock area.
We wonder why he chose to come to Centennial.
You know, I guess 12 years ago when Centennial was first opened, and I was at the middle school, and I just know Frisco is a great area. It's a really great school district, has really great kids, great facilities. The staff that works here is really good. So it's a great district to be in. The excellence that's here is prevalent at every sport, academics. It's just a really high level school. And so I'm very, very thankful and blessed to be in this school district.
We got some perspective from our player about how the season will go.
I trust my teammates, and teammates trust in us and our coaches, so I think we're going to have a great season with a lot of wins.
The people here are amazing, you know, the staff, the kids, super respectful, hard workers, and the parents I've met have been great. It's really been nice to come back to this district, and I think a big part of it is when you've experienced other school districts and you've maybe been in some schools that aren't very good, then you come to a district like Frisco and specifically a school like Centennial and you're like, man, this is a great school. So I think the perspective of having worked in a lot of different schools, like I really appreciate how good this school is.
For Cen10 News, I'm Micah Creighton.
Veterans Day is today, so don't forget to support your veterans by coming out to the community parade tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
You'll get to see some cool floats as well as the Frisco Fire Clowns, so make sure to come to the Toyota Stadium.
Today is Veterans Day, so it's the day to thank those who have served in our military. We have a few teachers and staff who have served or are currently serving. Mr. Butler served in the Navy from 1983 to 1987 in NROTC at OU, and 1987 to 1995 active in the Navy. Mr. Brooks was in the Army and served from 1973 to 1985. Mr. Harrison is currently serving in the Army National Guard and has been serving for 8 years and counting. Officer Jones served from 1980 to 2008 in the Army. Mr. Robbins served in the Navy from 1985 to 1991. Mr. Sears served in the Navy.
Today marks the day that 1/3 of our school year has passed. This is special for many seniors who were appreciated at last week's game, who are quickly witnessing that reality is closing in. Here are some highlights from the night.
Thanks to all of our senior football players, trainers, cheerleaders, band members, color guard members, and sweethearts for an amazing 4 years of football games. You've left your legacy on Centennial, now go leave it on the world.
Every month, Student Council highlights students nominated by teachers for the Student Spotlight. This year, Cen10 News is partnering with Stuco to bring you this information. There are 4 categories for Student Spotlight: leadership, character, service, and scholarship. For the November Student Spotlight for leadership, we have Chris Green. He was nominated by 2 teachers, and this is what they said. Chris Green is an exceptional student and leader. I am amazed at how he continues to juggle several responsibilities and always has a positive attitude. He is a perfect example of what a leader should be. Vanessa Dry, marketing teacher. Chris Green is one of the kindest students I have ever met. His energy is always positive and he's always in a great mood. Ryan Burke, theater director. For Student Spotlight for Character, we have Michael Morissette. Coach Walsh said that Michael has maintained a strong academic record. If you speak with Michael's teammates and coaches, they will tell you his presence on their respective team is so valuable. Michael has tremendous talent, but has never put himself ahead of the team. For Student Spotlight for Service, we have Mora Combo. Ben Olschlager, choir director, said, Mora continually goes above and beyond in and outside of the classroom. Not only does Mora help out in her own classroom, serving as a leader among her peers through sectional practice, she also helps the class on a regular basis. Lauren Metcalf is incredibly motivated to work hard at everything she does, and even though she has had some obstacles, she has a resilient mind and spirit and a heart for service for others. Holly Pierce, English teacher. This is Tate Burgess, Cen10 News.
Last week was Dash Week, and students all across Centennial dressed up in some wacky clothing to celebrate a drug-free lifestyle. Here are some photos of our Titans dressing up.
Thanks for watching this week's show. Be sure to check out our website at www.cen10news.com and follow us on Twitter at Cen10News.